Danny De La Paz and
Daniel Villarreal
from American Meat Puppet, and
Little Puppet.
and you are watching the Ramilias Sports Report.
Look at this guy, man.
Hey.
You guys know you're like a star now that the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Well, look at this side.
And of course, here he comes. Listen, is he smoking a cigar? He's really gonna. What? Oh my God! Yes, Rudy.
Rumble! Finally! The Ramilias Sports Report returns to the Rumble Show.
Guys, I'm out of here.
Rumble!
Roll down the window,
Yes, Rudy.
put down the top, crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We gon' ride it till we just can't ride it no more. From the side bay to the valley, from the west side.
Let's go! Big dog on three. 1, 2, 3, big dog! What is up, my Ramilia fans of the Los Angeles Rams, the only team in the NFC West since McVay's got their 2-3 NFC West titles, 2-0 in NFC Championship games, and the last NFC team to win the Super Bowl, and the only team in the NFC West to have won 2 modern Super Bowls since the 93 free agency era, aka the Reggie White rule, the Los Angeles Rams. God bless everyone for tuning in. I appreciate you. It was hot. It's still hot. Sorry for a few minutes delay. I had to go get my drink. But thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you so much. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. It's a hot Wednesday, and you can tell by my jersey that we have news, and we've had news, and I wanted to wait till I was off today to come in about the New Jersey alternate color. Well, I'm going to explain to you why I believe we're waiting. To give you a little hint, one of my topics is about the alternate jersey. And I also tweeted something you guys saw in my community post to Rams COO Kevin Demoff, what they should also implement as well. We'll get to that. Aaron Donald is the guy that we know. He's that dude, the GOAT, modern day best player in our era, and on the defensive line. I mean, he's one player calls him the Hulk. I'll show you that clip as well. And also too, do you guys still buy Madden for your game systems? Now, I haven't bought it. I was looking around for it, and that's one reason why I came in a couple minutes late. I thought I knew where it was, and I started. I opened a oh my goodness, a Pandora's box, and I couldn't find it. So I have my Maddens from the GameCube, from the Xbox, the original Xbox. The GameCube one has a Marshall Falk on it. I stopped buying them because they don't change much on them, and now they start making you add stuff. I usually buy them like the year after when it's like next to nothing. It's not a big deal. I don't really play people online with that stuff. So do you guys still, and the chat put it in there, do you guys still buy them every year, or do you wait like I do, buy the next year version? And then and also too, grass at SoFi Stadium, aka SoFi Stadium. There was one person that I saw tweeted, and it made me tweet about that because Jordan Rodriguez was going to have Kevin Demoff and talk to him, and she was talking about topics to talk to him about, and everyone brought up the uniforms, and this gentleman he went to the Gold Cup, and he was there to see the Panama versus Mexico, and I'm sorry, somebody let me know, hey, you haven't really talked much about Mexico winning, and I'm sorry about that. We'll get that today, but there was grass at SoFi Stadium. So is there going to be grass for our guys' games? You know how valuable our players are. We want them to be okay, and grass is better than turf, and whatever they call it now. There's so many different generations of different types of turf they use now. But let's get into the chat and we'll get started. Let's see, my guy G12. Yo, welcome all Rams fans and NFL fans to the stream. Night Ochata and Tequila with your host, Rudy of the Rumelia Sports Report. Hope you're having a good day and night. Let's get to it. Yes, indeed, my guy G12. What's happening? What's new with you, Rudy Rumelia, Ramsteros, and Vatos Locos Forever? Let's go, LA Ramsteros, La Vega. Who's Casa? The Rams Casa. Thank you for coming in, G12. I missed you so much. Thank you, my brother. Jacques 42. Sup, Rudy? What's up, G12? He says, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Rudy.
Awesome. G-Tross is locked on Rams with Rudy. Oh, yeah, big boy. Hable Espanol. I got to get that clip back in here. StreamYard doesn't let you do a lot of clips, so I have to delete it as I go. I wish I could just keep a vault in there. That's our saying, my guy G12, Grandizer 12. Grandizer 12 and me from Born East LA. Oh, yeah, big boy. Ron McClendon, blue and yellow. I would love that. We'll get to that in a second. Eduardo Mendoza says, Rudy, what's up, Rudy? Haven't been here since in a while. How you been? How's everything going? I'm going good, man. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
Rudy.
Let's see. Joe says, Grandizer, I started the Ramsteros. That's awesome. Ramsteros. Yes, indeed, baby. Okay, so let's get right into it. So, and again, thank you for coming in. It wasn't announced live, but it wasn't like from the day before. So, so thank you guys for coming. I know everyone has a busy schedule, getting off work, what have you. The guys that watch the replays. So let's get right into it. So I want to get into, let's see. Let's get into one topic that I want to talk about, and that is Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, if you guys remember my last stream, we were doing this. Hold on one second.
Hey, it's the Ninja Boy Ric Flair, live right here in LA to see my main man, Todd Gurley, and the Rams rock it right here tonight. The Chiefs go down. Woo! 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 Todd Gurley. Woo! Todd Gurley. Woo!
Todd Gurley, woo! So the reason why I brought him up again is because, you know, the Rams have been trendsetters with McVay, we not me mentality. They paid our guys Todd Gurley. They paid Jared Goff. They rewarded them. And then they said, wait a minute, we probably shouldn't have did that. And so there's been, because running backs aren't getting the money that they actually deserve, but you can just plug in another running back unless you're a Todd Gurley. So we did give Todd Gurley the money, but unfortunately, his knee didn't hold up. And so if you have a Todd Gurley, right, then it's okay to pay him, but you have to understand there's only so much tread in those tires, right? And unfortunately, as we got to that Super Bowl that he has that patch on, we had to get C.J. Anderson to help the load. He wasn't explosive Todd Gurley as earlier in the year and the year before, unfortunately. And then with the injury to Cooper Kupp in that Super Bowl, we were hindered very mightily with Bill Belichick and the stuff that they were running. And we only scored 3 points. And Jared Goff missed a couple of deep passes. That's just part of being a young quarterback. But an explosive Todd Gurley could have made the difference. And just give us Cooper Kupp to be able to play that and get the move the chains, make some big plays. You know, he would have found the end zone here or there. But I'm bringing up Todd Gurley because the trendsetters. So first it was, we're all in, F them picks. We're paying our guys. We're paying Goff. We're paying Gurley. We're bringing in Ndamukong Suh. Right? We didn't quite make it. We got to the finish line and we lost to the Patriots, unfortunately, right? Now, we're trying to come back. You know, we had an off season. The next year, 2019, we had a down season. Our offensive line was in shambles. But we had some silver linings. The 2020, we had a good season. We bounced back. But Jared Goff was not, he wasn't able to take the next step, and we couldn't wait for him. We had Whitworth long in the tooth and left tackle. We had Aaron Donald a couple of years. His contract was going to be up. We needed to win now, and Matthew Stafford became available, and there was other teams that were interested. The team up north, Kyle Shanahan in the group. That's what they're missing is a real quarterback. And so McVay made a call, and we got Matthew Stafford, and the rest is history. And so now it's not so much. And so we won the chip. Everybody started going all in. Von Miller got the bag. And we lose players all the time. Thanks to them playing with Aaron Donald, they get paid. Now we need those picks. We're gathering those picks. We're getting young guys. And nobody's going to pay running backs anymore. If you see the Ezekiel Elliott's and Saquon Barkley's, everyone is copying what McVay has, and Kyle Shanahan too. They don't have expensive running backs. They plug them in, and that's very smart. But also too, nobody else really has a Todd Gurley. We're hoping that Zach Evans, the rookie, can become Todd Gurley-esque, game-breaking. We're hoping that Cam Akers will play like he did towards the end of the year, but he's not a Todd Gurley. And even at that point, most likely teams won't give money to running backs anymore, because by the time they prove themselves, there's tread on those tires, and the cap is very unforgiving. So unfortunately, that's what I want to talk about is the Rams trend setting. And then with that being said, let's get to the hot topic in a second. Actually, let's get back in the chat real quick. Don't want to fall too far behind. Joe says, checking in. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you so much. God bless you. I missed that comment. Damian Lee says, what's up, Rudy? What's up, my brother? Appreciate you coming in, Damian Lee. Props to you. Robert McClendon says, how's the O-line? How would the O-line be for the Rams? The O-line is going to be way better, knock on wood. Injury-free, hopefully. Steve Avila, Warren McClendon from Georgia Bulldog, Logan Bruss, a lot of depth. Steve Avila is possibly going to be a starter. He's going to be a mauler. We're going to have Larry Jackson in there, maybe giving Noboom some competition for left tackle. We'll see what happens with that. Havenstein is there. I'm ready to go, baby. Brian Allen. They just need to be healthy, and then have healthy guys in there behind them. Give Stafford some time, get a running game going. Sony Michel. We have new coaches, new running game coach. We're ready to go, baby. It's going to look really good. My guy Stockton, slap 209. My brother, how you doing, my brother? He says, Rudy. I told you, got a lot of videos in here. There we go. Sorry.
Rudy.
You're too much, Jimbo. Joe says, news break, getting on my nerves on that rumor about Aaron Donald trades and Cooper Kupp also. Same bullcrap. They going nowhere. Yeah, they're not going anywhere, Joe. So listen, you're going to lead me right into my comment. Let me see how my guy LA Ram says, what's happening, everyone? Props to you, LA Rams, for coming in. My guy Danny Berry, I'm skipping, but I'll come back to you guys. Says Danny Berry, Sports Highlights. Up, everyone. What's up, guy? What's up, brother? Appreciate you coming in. Let me show you. So that's going to bring us to our uniforms. Now, I was all ready to go, man. They got me once with the Draft Lab. I thought they were talking about the draft, the uniforms coming, right? And so Kevin Demoff, the Rams COO, shares disappointing news on Rams plans for new uniforms. And I'm going to take it further and tell you why I believe it's so. But okay, so there he is, right? Disappointing news. So basically, the article goes to say that he's talking about, well, we were going to implement them, but there wasn't a design that they really liked. Wish they would have did that in the first place with the two-tone color numbers. I like the solid color numbers and the ram horn around the arm, but we'll come back to that. So they're not going to be ready this year. They postponed it again, just like they did last year. I believe that, and he also said, and before I'm getting ahead of myself, possibly next year, but most likely the following year, 2025. All right. 2025 is a key year. 2025. Not only are we probably going to have our jerseys unveiled, it may be next year, but not only are we going to have our jerseys, our new alternate jerseys unveiled in that year. You saw the Seahawks new jerseys, the Tampa Bay's jerseys. We're going to have another year under our belt. We're going to be all in again, have money. They're pushing for that Super Bowl run again because SoFi Stadium is going to have probably hosting the Super Bowl in 2027. So we're expecting to win by 2025. We want to win now, but we'll have more draft picks. We'll have a number one pick that we've either traded or used that to get somebody or move back. And we're going to have a lot of money. And then now our uniforms go boom, right? 2025. So that's my guess. I think that's why they moved it really. I mean, if your team is on the cusp of maybe going 9-8, 8-9, getting to the playoffs, we still want to win. Why are you going to bring uniforms out, right? So I think that's the thing there. So that's one thing. The other thing is I tweeted him. You guys probably saw it in my community post. So if you see it there, I say, Kevin Demoff, I'm a Rams fan since 1979 and host of the Ramelia Sports Report on YouTube. Please bring back the full Rams horn permanently when new alternate jersey style is unveiled. The Cowboys wouldn't change the star. We shouldn't have changed the NFL's first helmet logo. And my guy right there, Stu Ants, says, yes, please. And that's from his post. But see how beautiful that helmet is with the full horn. And so I posted that. Maybe, and a lot of people believe that. I appreciate our new helmet, but, I'm an old G Rams guy. And, I like the full horn. It's kind of the light's not really, there we go. I appreciate, the two crescents or whatever. So that's what I did on there. It looks so, even on a plane it looks good. I mean, for heaven's sake, there you go. There's my plane. That's how I get back and forth. So there you go. I mean, that's crazy, and so I want that helmet. I want that helmet, even on our alternate colors. G12 says Rams news. Rams training camp 2023, a reader's guide for navigation preseason hype. Tough show times. Rudy was there. Yes, indeed. I'll be there on the 29th. Thank you, G12. Hope to see you guys there. Don't forget about training camp. You have to reserve your free tickets so you can get there. Make sure you get there a couple hours before the gate opens at 2:45 or 3:15. Make sure you get there early. You want to get a canopy. Believe me that you want to get on the canopy covered bleachers. You don't want to be in the sun. You guys already have seen how hot it's been. You do not want to be one of those poor souls standing on the gate. But if that's what it has to be, it has to be. But just so you guys know. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Oops, hold on. There we go. Down to G12. LA Ram says, why is everyone counting us out, man? Don't worry. It's only because we have a lot of young guys. A lot of media pundits are jumping on top of us. But we have Super Bowl champions on both sides of the ball. The main thing is on our offense. We got the best core in the NFC West. Stafford to Kupp to Van Jefferson to Higbee, Cam Akers, all Super Bowl champions. Super Bowl champions in the offensive line. They were just hurt last year. Tutu Atwell, Ben Skoranek, Puka Nacua, great infusion of talent on the offensive side. Davis Allen, Tyler Hunter. And then on the other, Lance McCutcheon. Then the other side, Yeast, Fuller, Robert Wischel, Quentin Lake, the land shark, Kobe Durant, Daniel Harding, Bobby Brown, the third My Prerogative, Jonah Williams, Byron Young from Tennessee, 4'4" guy, chisel like Adonis, our guy Kobe on the defensive line. We're going to be something else. We're going to be surprising people. We have some gems, believe me. That's where my opinion is, at least. There it is right there. Kobe Turner. Yes, indeed. If anyone should be a starter, it should be Kobe Turner and Brian Young, or maybe both. That's exactly what I'm saying. Thank you. Right on cue. Eduardo, appreciate you. G12 says, Rosie Greer, who got the ball, y'all, 1969. Yes, indeed. Rosie Greer turned, was it 91 or 92? I posted my community post. God bless him. Joe says, LA Rams The LA Rams, the ones counting us out, are the haters, bro. Don't trip on them. Suck out. Yes, indeed. We won't trip on them. We're in the weeds. We're in the weeds lurking. They think we're down. You know, where's my Rocky music? You know, I'm gonna have to do another Rocky music video if you guys saw those from last year. G12 says LA Rams legend of the noche. The LA Rams legend of the noche brings me to this. Let's get right into it. I want to ask, which one of you guys still buy Madden? Aaron Donald joins the 99 Club for a record 7 straight time. No surprise for the GOAT. Who in the chat still buys new Madden? Now, for me, I haven't bought a Madden in a long time, brand new. I usually wait because there isn't much change, and I don't really play anybody online. I just go through the season and all that stuff. Who still buys Madden brand new copies every year? Who still does it? Let me know in the chat. And if you do, that's okay. I'm not trying to call you on it. It's fine. I mean, that's why they sell them. Great game. Waiting for Sean McVay after he wins the second Super Bowl. Sean McVay 2027 football. But here we go. So here's the GOAT, Aaron Donald, legend of the noche, we'll call him. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Here's what other people think about our guy, Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald, Hulk.
Game record.
Aaron Donald, game wrecker.
He a freak.
Power.
Aaron Donald, dominant, impact.
The thing in the chat. It's a short video, so let me run it back. Run it back.
Aaron Donald, Hulk.
Game record.
Aaron Donald, game wrecker.
He a freak.
Power.
Aaron Donald, dominant, impact.
To close out an NFC championship game and the Super Bowl in that fashion. I mean, you can't say from different eras and different rules and different timelines who's the best, right? You can debate it, barbershop sports bar type stuff, but no one has ever done that, as far as I understand or remember, that somebody closed out the NFC championship game, aka the Niners, and then closed out the Super Bowl. Aaron Donald did that, and here's his stats. Number one in your heart, number one in your minds. Aaron Donald, 99, the people's champion, baby. And then Chris Jones, God bless him, Dexter Lawrence, on and on and on. And but yes, indeed. So there it is right there. Our guy, Aaron Donald, the GOAT. Let me get back to the chat. Let's see. I got that one. LA Ram says, yes, indeed. Love it. Hit the like button, guys. Thank you. Hit the like button and come back and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you so much. I always forget to do that. G12 says, Rams news. Florio says, bullcrap on Rams claims they could have cut Stafford. Tough times Rudy was here. Yeah, Mike Florio. So he has a show to run. He's the chatty Cathy. Him and Lombardi. I mean, they should have a show together. They're always hating on the Rams, especially Mike Florio. Mike Lombardi just throws stuff to the wall. Listen, the Rams, with all the cuts they made, have a lot of dead money this year, right? That's why they wanted to restructure Matthew Stafford, which he said no, which is fine. It's not a big deal. They asked him. He brought us a Super Bowl. What are we going to say? We would have liked to have him restructure his contract, but I don't blame him. He got hurt. He won the Super Bowl for us. He delivered. And he said, no, that's fine. He has a choice. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And so we could have cut Aaron Donald and kept everybody else. We could have not even just cut him. Excuse me, not Aaron Donald, Matthew Stafford. We could have traded Matthew Stafford and got something for him, and then cut other guys and got somebody else. We could have got a Jimmy Garoppolo or whoever we wanted to with McVay. Look what we did with Baker Mayfield. But that's not the Rams they've already showed that they're willing to cut a Todd Gurley, waive a Todd Gurley Get rid of a Jared Goff. Get rid of a Jalen Ramsey, who's still in a prime player. He's full of crap. Mike Florio is just, you used to see those in the supermarket. 3-headed alien baby in Missouri. The Inquirer. That's what he is. Stockton says, Rudy, have you asked to host the NFC West Roundtable podcast? I told them to add you. Well, they've asked me before. I don't know if it was them. Thank you, Stockton. But I'm really not interested in doing an ensemble unless I have somebody on my show. I come on their show, but not a regular schedule. But maybe from time to time I'll come on something like that. But usually not. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Eduardo says, I'm pretty sure everyone will agree with me when I say, Kevin Demoff, thank you for being part of bringing the Rams back to Los Angeles. But changing the Hammond Horns and Unis was the biggest mistake. Yeah, I do. I agree. And that's okay if people don't agree. Like if they like the new stuff, that's okay. There's some people that don't like chocolate. So it's just a matter of choice. I'm just glad they came back. I don't mind not having the helmet, but if I had everything, I would love the uniforms to come back with the horn around the arm and the horns. There we go. Yes, indeed. Eduardo says Rams history. Yes, indeed. Because that horn is the first emblem in NFL that NFL has ever had. If you're going to modernize it, at least keep the full horn. Like I even in that post, I put the Cowboys wouldn't change the star that they have now. They might put a different color just for whatever, a 4th of July deal, whatever. But they're not going to change it like semi-permanently like we have. So I don't think they should have, but I'm just glad they're back. Eduardo says that's like the Cowboys changing the star on their helmets, which would never happen. Exactly right. We're right on the same page. G12 says Rams news. Arthur Moats detailed Steelers rumors of acquiring Aaron Donald in a massive trade with the Rams. Steelers Nation. Rudy was there. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's going to come out. There's just a lot of guys talking stuff, and we'll see what happens with that. Let's see. Big Blake says season ticket holders got last year's Madden for free. Yeah, that's right. You know what? Thank you, Big Blake, for reminding me. So I got to give an idea. Like I said that I don't buy the copy, so they gave us the digital copy, right? It wasn't. I would have loved to have I'm a hard copy guy. I like to have my shelf full of games, right? And so that's old stuff. It's gonna be all digital soon. But your maps and stuff are digital and all that stuff, extra weapons, all that crap. But I gave it to my nephew. I just gave it to my nephew. Here you go, man. I don't really play it that much. So, but I gave it to my nephew. But that's a great comment. Yes, indeed. That was one of the free gifts that they gave us. That was awesome. Joe says, Eduardo, I'm so pissed on the changes on that logos that I would ever buy or wear it for nothing. I tell you, that's one Ram logo I'll burn. Yeah, there's a lot in the community, Ramelia, that with that logo. It's only because we missed the snail horns. I don't have anything locally here. We missed the old snail horn ram stuff. But it is what it is. It's unfortunate. I wish they would have kept it. LA Rams says Rams will be Super Bowl champions 2024-25. I'm calling it. Man, I would love that, man. I would love to have us win the Super Bowl again before anyone in the NFC West. You know who I'm talking about? That would be hilarious. Eduardo says, I agree. As Ram fans probably all agree on that. Very true. Yep. Robert Noel says TG3 was a special talent. Todd Gurley, yes, indeed. That MSD arthritis is a son of a B. Yes, indeed. You know what? He was on his way to being a Hall of Famer, man. That guy, Todd Gurley. Imagine Todd Gurley imagine the 2021 Rams, right? I mean, it probably wouldn't have happened because of his contract. Well, maybe it would have because we still paid him. I think he was still on the books. Imagine prime Todd Gurley with Matthew Stafford. Oh, man. Woo! That'd be amazing. Eduardo says, Kevin Dema should have listened to the fans on keeping the old horn helmet and unis instead of making those changes and letting his team make those changes. Yeah, man, there's always a way to go back. They can go back and change it. LA says, F Mike Florio. Eduardo says, but I still respect him for being part of bringing back the LA Rams. Yeah, we can have disagreements, and some of them are more passionate than others. So remember this here, guys. Well, not remember, but I'm going to get to that comment in a second. I just wanted to tell you this, like we were talking about. Kevin Demoff. Okay. Disappointing news about the uniforms. Okay. Also, too, my brother. Props to Mexico beating Panama at SoFi Stadium. That's the place if you want to win a championship. You go to SoFi Stadium and win it, a.k.a. Stetson Bennett and the Georgia Bulldogs, a.k.a. the Los Angeles Rams. And now Mexico versus Panama. Mexico, their 9th Gold Cup win. USA has 7. But look at that. That's grass. That's not turf. That is grass. Now, I tell you, also, too, Viva Mexico! Championes! Orale! There it is, baby. At SoFi Stadium. Viva Mexico. God bless you guys. Sorry for not getting to that sooner, but I talked about it, but I didn't show you guys. So look at that's grass. So the investment that we have in these players, Aaron Donald, if it could possibly put, because that's 8 games a year, if we could possibly put 2 or 3 more years on the tread of Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, let's do it, or avoid an injury. Remember this. Who knows if OBJ would have got hurt, but he got hurt at SoFi Stadium. He got hurt on that turf. Maybe Cooper Kupp wouldn't have been MVP, but we still would have won. We would have won in a blowout. OBJ was on his way because he couldn't cover both of them. OBJ was on his way to winning the MVP, if you remember. But why not change that turf to grass? It's going to cost more, yes, but this is an investment. I don't understand. That was a great point that my guy put on Twitter about that. Great point. G12 says, Rudy remembers Henry Raymond Matos, April 1911, February 5th, 1992, nicknamed the Horse, a.k.a. El Callebo, or the Toad Cleveland Rams 1937-1938 halfback and punter. You remember about those? Props to you. How to remember. I'm not that old. Rams House, what's up, brother? Always welcome here. A great YouTube content creator. Ask this question to Sheriff Joe Baggs. I asked this question to Sheriff Joe Baggs. If I could, another great content creator, Rams content creator, if you could bring back all the players who ever wore a specific number, EX 13, Stetson, Wolf, Warner, etc. in our history to help our team, what number? Woo! Just one? If you could bring back all the players who ever wore, okay, all the players. Okay. Okay, here we go. That's a great question. We have Matthew Stafford. Okay, so if it's not like a 3-wish thing, I can bring out all the players. Kurt Warner. Woo. Marshall Faulk and Eric Dickerson. Henry Ellard and Flipper Anderson. Deacon Jones, Jack Youngblood, and Merlin Olsen. Leroy Irvin and Jerry Gray. .com, London Fletcher and Laurinaitis. Tony Horn returning kicks. Let's see. Mike Lansford, the barefooted kicker, kicking the ball. And Ray and just to go a step further, Ray Malavasi to come in and supervise the running game. I could have picked a lot more, but that would be my dream team right there. Soccer says, I think we trade Donald if we go 1-8. Woo! Hot take. Don't say if we go 1-8, we're back. We're in the Khalib sweepstakes. I'm just going to tell you. If we're 1-8, we're too good for that. If we're 1-8, okay. Stetson Bennett's not quarterbacking. Third stringer, finish the season. Khalib's coming here to back up Stafford. But I think we're too good for that. I think really do. Eduardo says that's why I don't like to, or listen to Pro Football Focus, because I know that they're ran by Mike Florio. Yeah, clickbait. G12 says Rams news. PFF's 3 building blocks for Rams include Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, but not Matthew Stafford. Rams wire. Rudy was there. I don't agree with that. Matthew Stafford is there. The only way we have a chance this year is Matthew Stafford with these guys. Stetson Bennett's a young guy, seasoned 25-year-old, but he still has a lot to learn. We can win games with him, most likely, aka Purdy over there in up north. But Matthew Stafford is that guy, and I don't think so. I just think that they think he's still banged up. He's not going to be here that long, in a year or two more, or 2 years more. Brian Gushue, Brian. I think that's your picture that I showed, brother. Here's my brother here. I didn't get a chance to finish posting your cup. So this picture was posted by my brother here. Thank you for popping in, brother. Appreciate you so much. This is his picture. My brother likes to go to sporting events. And thank you for coming in. And thank you for posting that pic. And so you had me thinking with that. So he says, saw the Gold Cup final at SoFi on Sunday. It was played on grass, which several Rams players, including Cooper Kupp, say they would prefer to play on instead of turf. And he talks on that. So that's exactly what your post here with this wonderful picture, and amazing that you went, man. God bless you. We're going to be hitting Kevin Demoff hard with this. Cooper Kupp is talking about it from what you say. People have talked about that in the past, that why don't we do grass? But remember, OBJ got hurt, so that's great. Thank you for posting that picture, man. That's a beautiful picture. Great seats too, by the way. And come in more often, my brother. Appreciate you. And we haven't heard anything officially from them. They won't say anything until it's done. But if we're able to put $3 billion plus into a training facility in Woodland Hills, basically bought the whole block, including the mall property and the buildings, we could put grass. And it's going to be a more pain of a neck, but we have an investment with these teams and players, and make the Chargers pay for it since they rent from us. Make them pay for it. But yes, indeed, brother. Thank you so much. Come in more often. Hit the alerts and subscribe button, guys. I appreciate you so much. G12 says, get your horns up, Ram fans. Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. MKI Sports. What's up, Rudy? What's up, my brother? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much on this hot Wednesday. Appreciate you so much.
Rudy.
There's my guy, Peo Time, another great YouTube content creator, my Canadian brother. Peo Time says, YouTube content creator, check out his channel. Rudy and Ramley, what's up? Horns up. Yes, indeed, my guy. What's up, my brother? Appreciate you. Let me give my guys, Rams House, all my guys in here in the Ramelia, in the chat, a little what's up?
Let's go!
Love it, baby. Love it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Pale time. G12 says there is Pale time, Canadian Rams fan. Who's Casa? Who's Bridge? Pale, how's everything going with you guys? I heard about the fires in Canada, man. Is everything okay? How's everything going? I heard about the crazy fires nationwide and in Canada too. Hope everything is safe and everything there for you. Props to you, my brother. Pale time says Rams Casa, Grandma's Bridge. Yes, indeed. That's awesome. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. LA Rams says, I think the Rams will start 4-1. I do too. I'm picking the Rams to go 2-0. They're going to beat Seattle at Seattle. They're going to beat San Francisco. I hope we get Trey Lance. We're going to be 2-0, and we'll go from there. G12 says Rams news. Rams executive other teams had interest in Matthew Stafford, but LA didn't want to trade QB or redo his deal. CBS Sports, Rudy was there. Great comment, G12. So yeah, so the Rams, like that's where it comes with that pillar comment with Matthew Stafford. Well, not the pillar comment, but what my guy G12 was saying. Building blocks. For right now, he's part of the building blocks and plan. So, yes, indeed, we don't want to give him away for sure. He delivered year one. Where do you see that where you trade a quarterback? Steve Young didn't deliver in year one with the team up north when he left Tampa Bay, but he was backing up. But even his first year as a starter, he didn't. Here we go. G12 says, hey, Rudy, for those of us going to training camp, what advice can you give? Thank you. Great comment. So, great that you're going to training camp. Hope I see you. I'm going to be on there on the 29th. Best advice would be get there as early as you can, a couple hours before. Get in line. It's going to be a long line. They have canopies, bleachers, and then walking spaces, and then down below that you can go down the path. They have the vendors for drinks and food and stuff. But try to get there as early as you can so you can get in the canopy covered bleachers because it will be hot. You can buy drinks there, but bring a water with you. Bring those water flask things if you can. Double check that you're still able to do that. Sometimes rules change, but bring sunblock. Bring hats to cover your face from the sun. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna have a great time, man. Props to you. Props to you. And when you leave, right down the hill is the In-N-Out Burger. Because the other day I got there and I was walking around. I saw my guy Gil, a couple other guys. So there was no more seats available in the car and the canopy bleachers, and I was hungry. I go, you know what? I'm good. Let's go. You guys ready? So we went in and out and got our food, and we were in the air conditioning. But yes, indeed, have a great time, man. You're gonna love it. Paltine says, question is Mark Florio a question? What is Mike Florio's deal with hating on the Rams? Exactly right. He's a hater. He's jealous. I don't know what it is. I don't know because he comes on too with oops, hold on. Sorry. There it is. He comes on too with Chris Sims, and he's just a hater, you know. I don't know what his deal is, but I like it when he does it to other people though. He cracks me up, but you know, he's something else. I don't know what it is. He was even talking about McVay. Our guy, Peter King was talking about, yeah, well, the Rams won a Super Bowl. You know, they were hurting last year with all the injuries, but that's because of the injuries. The Cowboys and the Packers would give an arm, the Niners would give an arm or a leg to win a Super Bowl in recent years. You know, yeah, but he has to put the no, there's no but they won. They're trying to go again, you know. Yes, indeed. Rams House says, but you can only choose players who wore one specific number. Oh, okay. So your other comment was if you can bring back. Sorry, Rams House. He asked the question to Sheriff Joe Baggs, and he's asking me if you could bring back all the players who ever wore a specific number. 13 Stetson, Wolford, Warner, etc. in our history to help our team win what numbers? Okay. Oh, I got you. So let's see. So if I understand the question correctly, I got you. Got you. So he says all the players that wore number 28 would come back to the team. Got you. It's hard to explain. Well, I would still be the same players because we can if they weren't any good, like for instance, Marshall Faulk came back, and there's other 28s that wore that jersey. I don't come to mind, but I'd rather have Marshall Faulk. So we might put them on the practice team or waive them. But yeah, the same players. Jack Youngblood, Deacon Jones, Merlin Olsen, Marshall Faulk, Eric Dickerson, Henry Allard, Flipper Anderson, Tony Horn, Mac Lansford, barefooted kicker. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My guy Pale says, question, Rudy, can you share some of your favorite week 1 memories? That Stafford Van Jefferson TD will always be a treasure. Woo! Week 1. Week 1. I'm gonna that was a great memory. Just seeing Stafford because remember he don't play in the preseason, but just seeing him come out there for the coin flip and being on our team, and I'm just like, man, we got Stafford, right? I had my shirt and everything, my Stafford shirt, and the memory of the game, that was one of them. But just seeing Stafford out there in Rams jersey doing his thing, the excitement I had for not only that game, but the outlook for the season, having Stafford there. So I guess my favorite memory would be seeing Stafford come out in a Rams uniform for the first game of the season and for the coin flip, and then going out there for the offensive, plays. It was just exciting, that you're just like ready to like, wow, Rams House says it's hard to explain it. Yeah, I got that. Brian says, learn something new. I thought Lou Groza was the first Cleveland kicker known as the toe. Awesome. Great comments, guys. Pale Time says, MK, I appreciate that. I'll be back in a few weeks, just in process of moving. Props to my guy Pale. Let's see. Robert says, what about a place kicker like Robbie Gould? There's been talk about that, but he's a little expensive. Sorry, it's kind of loud when I drink that. Well, I'm thinking they may bring a veteran kicker because these are young guys, but we have the statistically the best kicker in college football from 2022. Just doesn't have a big leg, doesn't have NFL experience. Probably 52 yards in is his range, possibly. And then we have a guy that's like Ray Guy Jr., I jokingly say, because he can pound the hell out of the ball, punt the heck out of the ball. We'll see how he does. Maybe some veterans, but maybe not a Robert Gould because of the price. MKI Sports says, I wish SoFi Stadium just keep the grass and ditch the turf. I do. I wish that too. Brian says, my pleasure. Thanks for your advocacy for grass at SoFi. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. And amazing that you go around to all these sporting events, man. That's awesome, man. I love it. I love it. G12 says, let's ram it. LA Rams football team song 1986. Yes, indeed. I remember it well. It's one of those cringeworthy, great memories. I remember it well, like it was yesterday. I wish they would do a modern version. I love it.
Red in here, I'm a pumping iron man. If Eric can't get it, I will and I can. I'm strong as you come, but I've got a brain. And stopping me is like stopping the train.
I'm Carl Lee, the general of the D. I make the calls, I'm the coaching LB. This motorcycle, he's got style and class. If you come my way, I'll knock you on your ass. Today's the name's intimidated. Passing my way, I'll see you later. Quick on my feet, the ladies agree. Before they know it, they'll ram it with me. The Iceman Comer, the Roy is the name. I cover the corner, interception's my game. Score more than anybody else on the D, cause I move like a cat, as you will see.
The guys call me Dick instead of Dick the son. I lead the Rangers, I'm the Rams top gun. They say I'm as smooth as a runner can be. Even sweetness and the others are talking about me. I like to dance and have a lot of fun. When it comes to ladies, want a brainy one. But enough about me, we're here to ram it, you see. If you ram it just right, you can ram it all night. Ram it. Do you know how to ram it?
Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right. My granddaughters are here. Awesome. My doggies start barking when my granddaughters are here. Until they see them, they're happy. MKI Sports says, I was about to do a donation to you, though, Cash App tonight, Rudy, but my app goes bonkers. I'll just do it next time. Props to you, brother. Appreciate you anytime, man. No problem. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you for the support. Maybe one day they'll give me my monetary thing, but I appreciate all the support. Just viewing right here, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Pale Time says, I have been safe, but I'm close to some fires. I have a lot of friends and family that have been affected. Oh man, by the fires. It's been a rough summer across Canada. I'm so sorry, Pale. May God bless you guys. Yeah, I heard about those fires, and that was the first thing I thought was you and your family. Man, fires just. I hope that the fires stop. You know, we always in dry season, but the earth is really scary right now because even the marine life, the oceans are warmer now. The earth is old. Forget about anything political or stuff or climate change. You know, the earth is old. And there's going to be changes regardless, and she's not a spring chicken anymore. but yeah, props to you and your family. I love you, my brother, and God bless you, and hope those fires are steer away from you and your family and your friends, and they end soon. G12 says, at Peo, Canadian Rams fan, do they know how the fire started? Lightning, was it? And then G12 says, did you find a casa to buy? Oh, awesome. Pale says, hold on, guys. It's a perfect storm of events that started massive wildfires across Canada, but thankfully we have people fighting it, and we have some rain recently. Yes, indeed. And props to the firefighters and volunteers that do that stuff. My hat is off to them, and amazing. G12 says, and now a word from our unofficial sponsor, In-N-Out. Yes, I got to go to them. They sponsor In-N-Out. G12 says, Rudy, who you have, Nate Diaz or Jake Paul? LOL. Nate Diaz. Pale Time says, and yes, I have a casa to move into August. Really thankful. Yes, indeed. Love it. My guy Rams House says, but all the players you're choosing wear different numbers. They have to wear got you. Oh, that's a harder one then. That's a harder one then. What did Sheriff Joe say, Rams House? That's a great question too. G12 says, I will be ready to move in with you in August. LOL. Yes, indeed. That'd be awesome. You guys living together. And you guys can both come on camera. Ben Hellbats, what's up, brother? Rams didn't retire Kurt Warner's number? No. They haven't retired Kurt Warner's number. No. That's why Stetson Bennett has it. I don't know why they haven't retired it. They didn't retire Jim Everett's. Even though Jim Everett's not a Hall of Famer, he's still the Rams all-time passing leader. Yes, indeed. Great memories. G12 says, I don't know if you want to move in my house in the middle of nowhere. That's awesome. Well, I mean, it's beautiful scenery though, Pale. That'd be awesome. I don't know if you guys ever saw that movie, Eddie and the Cruisers. And it's an OG 80s movie. And, you see the beautiful snow and the creek. There was a time. But yeah, that'd be beautiful. Or when it's autumn or something like that, and beautiful grass, we'll play Little House on the Prairie, and G12 will run in slow motion to Peo, give him a high five. We'll play the Little House on the Prairie music. That'd be awesome though, if you guys, if he did go stay over there for a few days, or at least. G12 says, shout out to everyone in the chat and watching the stream around the world. The Romania Sports Report dropping weekly content. Please like, subscribe, and share. Much appreciated. Yes, indeed, my guy G12. Props to you so much. G12 says, at Pale Canadian Rams, I love to. Tired of the city. Yes, indeed. Oh, G12 says, that's why I'm moving away from Toronto. Awesome. All right, my guy Pale Time says, I gotta go to slumber. Have a great stream, Romney, Rudy, and you the legend. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you, man, so much. My guy Pale Time. As always, props to you, my guy Pale. Hold on, my guy Pale, for coming in. Salute you, my brother. G-Toss has seen that 1986 videos like seen it yesterday. So I remember that. What a special Rams team, should have won a Super Bowl. Yeah, but the woman who shall be nameless didn't get us over the hump, and we were right on the cusp of being able to get to the Super Bowl and win it. G12 says, sleep well, Pale. Sleep well, Pale. Canadian Rams fans, hope to see you in the chat soon. Yes, indeed. My guy Pale Time's always welcome. And appreciate that. MKI Sports says, I hope the Canadian Fire Stop the Smoke has been reaching here to Louisville. Wow. Now Justin East goes, wow, that's so crazy. Eduardo says, hey, Rudy, apparently FIFA doesn't want to host the World Cup in 2026 at SoFi Stadium because it doesn't meet FIFA requirements because the field pitch is too narrow. Yeah, I heard about that. I also heard that they might have to move the seats. They didn't want to have to do that. We'll see, because that's a lot of money. We'll see. So I haven't heard anything about anything that they've canceled it, but exactly right. G12 says Rams news, latest moves and rumors. The Rumelia Sports Report, Rudy was always there. Yes, indeed, my guy G12. Eduardo says, and the corners of so far is too narrow. Oops. When the players go kick the ball in the corners, I didn't know that part. And it's too close, does not have enough space. Wow, that'd be crazy if they lose it because of that. Wow, they might have to move the whole thing. I don't know if they can do that. Wow, I knew that the sides were a little narrow. That I thought they were talking about they didn't want to, but pushing it out, cutting those out just to make accommodations. Wow, Monster River, brother. Hey, Rudy, what's up, Ramelia? Yes, indeed. Appreciate you, brother. Eduardo says, apparently so far. Yes, indeed. I got that. Yep. MKA Sports says, guard. guard. G12 says, question. Is there a particular Rams player at camp that you'll be watching closely? A veteran. Great comment. Great comment. Excuse me. Stetson Bennett. In the preseason, too. This goes for preseason. Rams outlook as we get into training camp. Stetson Bennett, Steve Avila, Warren McClendon, Logan Bruss. He had a year under his belt on the sidelines. It's better to play than not play, but he saw techniques. He saw the pro game. Now he has an advantage over the rookies. Alaric Jackson, where is he going to end up in camp? Zach Evans, the running back, Gurley-esque with the breaking speed. Kyrene Williams, will he be the odd man out with Sony Michel being there? Quentin Lake, who got hurt last year from UCLA, didn't get a chance to play, but will he be able to team up with the land shark Kobe Durant? Byron Young from Tennessee, edge rusher. Is he the real deal, the truth? He looks like it. Robert Quinn Jr. How's Daniel Hardy going to fare? Bobby Brown III, can he take up for Ashawn Robinson? And in the middle, and Puka Nacua. There's a lot of players I'm looking forward to. Undrafted players, maybe long shots, maybe special team stuff like that. Travarius Hodges Tomlinson, LaDaine Tomlinson's nephew. A lot of great storylines. We'll see what happens. Monster says, why so many rumors about the Rams shopping Stafford around? It's you know what's funny is I talked about this a week earlier, and then Colin Cowherd talked about it, and then it broke. So now people are kind of just talking about it now, but he talked about that, and now it's a story, but it's not really a story. It turns out that Matthew Stafford didn't want to readjust his contract, well, he has a right to, and they could have done more with it, but it's not a big deal. He's our guy. They wanted to keep him, and other teams called about him, but we wanted to keep him. He's part of our plan. So, but yeah, that's gonna even Aaron Donald, Cooper Kupp. They're talking about, that's just the way it goes. It's annoying, but don't let it bother you too much. Eduardo says, hopefully Stan Kroenke will fix that so that the finals can be at the stadium. Yes, indeed. MKI Sports says, to BH, it has to be a long offseason. Can't wait for the Rams revenge season to start. Yeah, because we didn't get our chance to run it back. Everybody was hurt. So it is technically like a revenge season. G12 says, welcome all Rams fans, NFL fans to the stream. Get your horns up, Rams fans. Yes, indeed. Jacques 42 says, I can't wait for training camp. I'll be there. Yes, indeed. I'll be there the 29th. Can't wait to see everybody. Question, is there a particular Rams cheerleader at camp that you will be watching closely? A veteran or rookie, will you let her take her picture with you? No, not necessarily. MK Sports says, now that I can watch my very first Rams game in person, even though it's in Green Bay against the Packers, props to you, that's right. I want to see Matthew Stafford shine all throughout the game. Yes, indeed. Our guy, Glock 9, Matthew Stafford, he wants to see some of this. Whoa. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I forgot that you're going to go to that game. That's amazing. Doc 42 says, young Avila Puka Bennett. Yes, indeed. Even preseason games are going to be exciting with these young cats, young Rams. Amazing. Eduardo says, please tell me this year will be Tutu Atwell's year, because that's what we thought last year, and it wasn't. Exactly right, from your heart and mouth to God's ears. We want some of this from Tutu in the game. Here we go. Out of the way so you can see little Tutu. Just kidding. Hold on. His number, and he caught that in traffic, and he played big. He's a little guy, but there's a way to play big sometimes. But we need that. We need that in the games. We'll save that for the games. Yes, indeed. If he doesn't, then Ben Skoranek will be wide receiver 3. If he doesn't, then Puka Nacua is chomping at the bit to play alongside Cooper Kupp and Van Jefferson. We're loaded on wide receiver, guys. I'm telling you. Eduardo says, I hope Benny Skro will be back at fullback. Yeah, man, he did really good at that. He played it in college or high school, was it? But I think college. But he did really, but pro game's different. Miguel, what's up, brother? Hey, they're Ram fans. So have you guys been hearing all this? Yeah, we just talked about that. I swear the media likes to put us on the chop block, but either way, I don't care what they say. I only care about the Rams. Yeah, always the hate that Matthew Stafford gets and disrespect is horrible in the media. Aaron Rodgers has great seasons and then fizzles in the playoffs. Not a word. Not a word. Nothing. Steve, my guy Stephen A. Smith, shown here, aka Ramelia A. Smith. Talk about sorry, you couldn't see the comment underneath it. Hold on. You couldn't see the comment at the bottom. I had to do that. He doesn't talk about his guy because that's his guy. Is he done? Is Aaron Rodgers done? He'll still be effective, but can he take over a game like Glock 9 did in the Super Bowl and the NFC Championship game and the divisional game when Tom Brady thought he was going to come back? Can he still take over a game? He lost to Jimmy Garoppolo and the Niners, and they didn't even score an offensive touchdown, and they were at Lambeau Field. If that was Matthew Stafford, can you believe the comments? Can you believe the comments that would be thrown at Matthew Stafford? But nothing. The guy's Teflon Aaron Rodgers. Stockton says, Rudy, when can we predict our starting 22 players? That's a great comment. You told me that last stream. Let's do that. Today's Wednesday. Let's do that Saturday night. If you're able to be here, what time can you be here? I'm gonna not gonna be able to come on until like 8:30. Let's do that Saturday night, Stockton. Jimbo, let me know. We can do that Saturday night. LA Rams says, do you think the Rams might have a flex game this year? I think, great comment. Listen, our offense is going to have to carry us in the early going, so to speak, because we have young guys. 4th, 5th, 6th game, they start coming on. Guys start feeling their place. We start going on a little streak here and there. I can see us now with the second game versus one of our teams in our division, the Seahawks or Niners, or another team. We're playing good. Flex us into a primetime game. I can see that. I really can. Miguel says, great comment. Miguel says, definitely the Jets have a lot of primetime games against good teams. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's because of Aaron Rodgers. Props to him. Nothing. He's a great QB. Don't misscrew me, but he doesn't get called out for. I mean, Devontae Adams left him, and it wasn't personal, but he had Devontae Adams and they couldn't win. They keep going out in the first round. G12 says, Rams news, Rams Cooper Kupp still amongst the NFL's top 20 players. Sports Illustrated, Rudy was there. Yes, indeed. Cooper Kupp in the Madden game we were talking about earlier. Our guy, the GOAT, Aaron Donald, is a 99 rated club, 7th year in a row, a record. Cooper Kupp is 5th, and he's coming off of an ankle injury, so I'm okay with that. Still one of the better players in the NFL. Jacques Ford, the media hates the Rams. I don't know why. It's okay, because we're in Los Angeles, and we won the chip. We did what, we went all in. We were paying Gurley. We were paying Goff and Stafford's contract. We got OBJ. We got Van Jefferson. A lot of the media writers have their own teams. A lot of them are 49er fans, Cowboy fans, Patriot fans. The Rams won, and they kind of – because we're in Los Angeles. It is what it is. It irritates me sometimes too, but whatever. I usually tweet my replies back to them. Miguel says, do you guys see the top 20 QB from 7 from AFC and 3 from the NFC? Jenny is 7th, Dak is 9th. How is Stafford 10th? Even though that's exactly right. Great comment. Exactly the disrespect Matthew Stafford has been getting in the media. He just won the Super Bowl, right? He just won the Super Bowl. And I mean, what else does the man have to do? The man delivered a year one in Los Angeles, right? The fastest, tied for the fastest QB to 40,000 passing yards. Also to 50,000 passing yards with Drew Brees. The active NFC leader in fourth quarter comebacks with 34. Delivered a Super Bowl championship in LA, despite OBJ going down in the Super Bowl, despite Tyler Higbee going down the NFC Championship game, despite Cam Akers going down in the preseason. What does the man have to do to get respect? So it's fine. It is what it is. That's just ridiculous. It has to be like that, Great comment. Eduardo says, hey, Rudy, do you hear what Puka said about Kobe Bryant? No, I didn't hear that. He said he would bench him. He would bench him. It was a debate on Twitter on either you could bench him, cut him, or start some NBA players. And Kobe was one of them. Wow. Who did he start? Who did he say he was going to start? Hold on. Let me mute this so you don't hear me sipping this. All right, let me make sure I'm back. Testing. Okay. Wow, who did he say was going to start with Kobe Bean? That's crazy. But he's a young fella. Probably has a different team, but it's okay. We'll have to. I'll have to talk to him in camp. But it's okay. Everyone has their own opinions. NKI Sports says the media will always find a way to hate the Rams. Rams versus everybody, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Eduardo says, I'm not sure, but I think he said he would either cut him or bench him. Wow. I'll have to look into that. G12 says Rudy's projected 2023 Rams 53-man roster. We're going to do that Saturday, G12. Hopefully you can be here. Stockton says, Rudy, if you had to bet $100,000 on who has the biggest fierro in the Rams locker room, who are you picking? I'm going with Bobby Brown. Oh, I don't know. Granddad says, not the full 53-man roster, just a starting 22, 11-on-11 offense. Okay, the offense is easier. The defense, I'm gonna look at it on paper, and we'll come back on Saturday. We'll come back on Saturday, Stockton, and do it, because I'll have my backups too. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Eduardo says Rams versus Raiders need to happen. Allegiant Stadium, I would definitely go. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Our guy Ben Skoranek is a legend there. Shades of Casper going over the top of the Raiders. Shaka says, Rudy, I was on Wider Snickness podcast and he was talking about you. He said you were a good guy, but you were delusional. He always says that. Yeah, we go back and forth, but when I say that, that's a term that he uses, but I go, well, here's why I say that. Yeah, but so it's okay. That's what he says. All I say is that Sean McVay would have already won with the Niners if he was their coach. All I say was if Matthew Stafford was the quarterback of the Niners and if they would have beat the Rams to the punch, I would have had sleepless nights. I would have been pissed, and they would have already won the Super Bowl. All I say is McVay's a better coach than Shanahan because McVay knows how to win the big game. All I say is the Niners don't win the Super Bowl because they are cheap. They cheap out on their quarterback, and they don't want to get a real quarterback, and they've missed out on Mahomes. They missed out on Stafford. McVay beat him to the trigger. They missed out on Kirk Cousins, if that's what they really wanted. They gave up 3 third-round picks for Trey Lance, and Brock Purdy was a miracle. Imagine if Brock Purdy played like a 7th-round pick, and they didn't make a playoffs. So that's not delusional to me. That's just speaking the truth. But it's fine, I mean, he's, he doesn't say it like to be mean. He just, like I just speak off my, I'm just saying exactly what I mean. He's my buddy. He's a Laker fan too. We just go back and forth. That's all. LA Rams says, I think the Seahawks will not be that good this season. 8-9 for the Seahawks. I believe so too. I think that Geno Smith had a great year, but if you remember, this 5-12 Rams team that was struggling with all the injuries, Baker Mayfield came off of the plane and had to get the playbook. We should have beat the Seahawks if it wasn't for running the kicker BS call, and we would have sent the Lions to the playoffs. So if we can almost beat them, basically had them beat it at Seahawks, the house that Mark Bolger built, then we can beat them with this team, with this offense healthy. And Bobby Wagner, God bless him, but even with Bobby Wagner last year, one of the reasons why we let him go is he was great for our team, but everyone else was hurt, including Donald at the end. They were still catching 70% short catches over the middle against us with Bobby Wagner there. He's still good, but he's not as fast as he used to be. Stockton says, Rudy, I'm moving to Las Vegas next year. I would treat you to a Rams game. Rams versus Raiders game. When I go there, buddy, I promise. Oh, that'll be awesome, brother. That'll be cool to hang out with you, man. That'll be awesome. LA Rams says, you see the Seahawks throwback uniforms. I saw them. I like them. It reminds me of Steve Largent, Jaws, Ron Jaworski. I like it. MKI Sports says, all right, Rudy Ramilia, I got to hit the head. I got to hit the bed. Props to you, brother. Have a great night. I'm going to be signing out soon. My granddaughters are here. G12 says, sleep well, MKI Sports. Yes, indeed. MKI Sports have a good rest of the night, y'all. Yes, indeed. Props to you. Eduardo says, hey, Rudy, Jimmy G is nothing. Hey Rudy, Jimmy G is nothing than a prone injury quarterback. Apparently, he needs foot surgery. First, he had a problem with the Whiners, and now he's gonna give problems to the Raiders. You know what's weird is this man had so much success against the Rams in the regular season, and then he'd crap out. And I think it's just a scheme that they had in the personnel and the defense we used to keep things in front of us, which they like to do to get yak yards. And then he'd fizzle out like against like the Bears or the Broncos. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't like wish injuries on nobody, but amazing that the Raiders got him for Devontae Adams. He got hurt. Now they kind of don't really have a quarterback that they wanted to, if he's not going to play. Are they now in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes? Wow, imagine. Ali Ram says that bright head looking at you. That bird head looking at, was a bird head looking at. Jocker says the Jets started camp today. It was nice to see football. Yes, indeed. I cannot wait. G12 says the great Alroy Crazy Legs Hirsch, the greatest show on turf, 1999, 2001, Mob Squad, 2015, 2018. Current fans, Fearsome Foursome, 1963, 1971. Melon, Sandia Heads, 1985. Current, Rudy was there for all. I wish I was there back in the day, but I'm not that old. But yes, indeed. G Trust's final thoughts of the noche. Yes, indeed. We'll get to that right now. Eduardo says people can talk about the Whiners, but the main question is who will their quarterback be? Will Darnold be their quarterback, Brock Purdy, or will it finally be Trey Lance? I want Trey Lance chance. Trey Lance, no chance. I want him finally, and I think that he's going to play. If he works out, great. If he doesn't, I think he's just a little too raw still. He hasn't got a lot of reps with all the injuries, but I think we're going to beat Seattle. We're going to beat the Niners at SoFi Stadium. We'll go 2-0, at least 1-1. And yes, indeed. G12 says final thoughts of the noche. Yeah, so my final thoughts of the noche are hope to see everybody at training camp on the 29th. Remember to bring cold drinks, waters. If you bring an ice chest, put it in the back of your car, the trunk, so you can, stay hydrated. They will have drinks and stuff there, mostly soda and stuff like that. Remember that there's 53 days until the first snap, the first game. All right. So everyone have a great Wednesday. Stay hydrated. Thank you for coming in. Everyone that watches the replay, thank you for coming in and watching it. Monster says, I was in Pizza Palace watching Rams VR Raiders full of Raiders fans. And when Baker pulled it out, it felt like a Super Bowl win. I love that, man. It was amazing, man. That was an amazing drive. That was so amazing. Yes, indeed. Rudy, do you think our Dodgers can win it all? I do. There's a possibility that we get Ohtani in the midseason blockbuster trade. I know that they don't want to do that with us, but we have a lot of prospects. Even if we don't, we're gonna do some kind of trade to help us down the stretch, like we always do. We do have a chance. We really do. G Trust, say it. Let's go. LA Puro Ramsteros. I love Edgar Ramilators. Hold on. Eduardo said, technically, Trey Lance is still considered a rookie. I don't think he's got enough reps. Exactly right. That's unfortunate, man. If you're not going to make it, at least have the reps so that way for sure. Eduardo says he gotten drafted since 2000. Yeah, that's crazy. It is crazy. LA Ram says, do you know the Seahawks was in the AFC West? But yes, indeed. I remember when they were there. It's crazy how the Atlanta Falcons were in our division. The Saints were in our division. It's crazy. Stockton says Seattle. He says they're favored over 7 over week 1. Yeah, well, that's okay because they're a playoff team. We have young guys. That's okay. But I hope everyone has a great night. Thank you, G12, and everyone for coming in today. All my Rams brothers and sisters that watch the replays. As we always say, may the Ramilia be with you. And Ramulators, mount up. See you guys on Saturday. Let's see. And props to my guy, Aaron Donald, the GOAT, for joining the Madden 99 Club for the 7th year in a row. God bless you. Props to you, my brother. Good night, everybody.
Aaron Donald, Hulk.
Game record.
Aaron Donald, game wrecker.
He a freak.
Power.
Aaron Donald, dominant, impactful.
Oh, just real quick, Aurora says, hey, Rudy, what made teams change divisions? At the time, they just reached a lot of the divisions. The NFC West is more in tune with, the West Coast to fix that. But there's some teams that are out like the Cowboys in the East don't make any sense. So that's the way it's been. But yes, indeed. Jack 42 says, see ya, Rudy. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you coming in, my guy G12. Thank you so much. He says, thank you, everyone, for joining the stream. Please hit the like and subscribe button on the way out. Please share, stay healthy, happy and safe. Bless you too, my guy G12. As we always say, may the Ramelia be with you. May the Ramelia be with you. Ramulators, mount up. Woo, that's a good question. I'll get back to that next week. Next live. All right, G12. Good night, everybody.